This is our second video on marketing, and we're going to talk about customer value, value add, what that means, customer satisfaction, relationship marketing, and marketing strategies. So what is customer value? It is the perceived benefits a consumer feels about a product or service compared to their perceived cost. Now notice this is the consumer or the customer's attitude, not the business's. So benefits and costs are determined by the customer. This is extremely important to know because a lot of companies become inward focused, and they forget about the customer. It's like, I have a piece of machinery that can build X, so I'm going to build more X. Benefits can include low price, quality, what they get. This can be status, a problem solved, some function. Cost can include high price, low quality, so short life of the product. We've all experienced those. Maintenance, maintenance costs, low status. So if a customer gets more for the money than they expect, they see greater value. And if they feel they're getting less, they don't buy, or they're disappointed and they won't come back. So for example, I went into a computer shop and I literally had the money. It was like $1,500 in my pocket. And I go look at the computer and I would take out the $1,500 and I would say, which do I like more? Do I want the $1,500 in my pocket, or do I want this computer? That kind of helps me prevents me from doing, just, spur of the moment buying. And so I did that for a while until I finally found a computer that I said, okay, this is worth the $1,500. So that's kind of a blunt way of doing things. Most customers won't do it, but it is how they think. Value add. So the definition of value add is adding value to raw materials, product, or service. So you can change its form. You can take a piece of sheet metal and stamp it into something else. You can move it to a location where there are no other products like that. So you can take your new car from Detroit and you can ship it to some place like Texas where there's not a car manufacturing plant and sell it there. You can improve the function. You can add convenience, which could be packaging. Price is not the only thing that matters. A lot of people focus on price. It's not. We're going to talk more about that in a little bit. But how often do you buy the cheapest car, the cheapest shoes, the cheapest house, the cheapest anything? And the answer is not very often. You have other factors that influence you other than price. Customer satisfaction, the definition is it's the customer's feeling that a product has met or exceeded expectations. This sounds an awful lot like quality, but quality is something you can actually put numbers to, whereas customer satisfaction is this psychological thing. It's a big picture, and it's really complex psychology about how a customer feels. A survey can help determine customer satisfaction. What is relationship marketing? Well, it's a strategy that focuses on forging long-term partnerships with customers by offering value and providing customer sat. These are things like customer databases. They're getting people to do repeat purchases, loyalty rewards. It's when they remember your birthday or the colors you like or your clothes sizes, things like that. It's important to remember that keeping a customer costs about 1/4 of finding a new one, which is an expense, and that is why this is becoming more popular. But a lot of people resent this. A lot of people resent having their data kept, and so that's something else to consider. So let's talk about marketing strategies. Okay, so we have already defined marketing, and a strategy by definition is a plan that is longer than 1 year. Companies need multiple marketing plans. They need one at the company level. So what the company is going to do, which is going to include probably multiple products and or services, and they also need strategies at the product or product line level. So what is not a marketing strategy? This is something I found online. I kind of smiled when I read it because this person is definitely more of a salesperson. A marketing strategy refers to a business's overall plan to convince customers to buy its products or services. Now, that's a sales attitude. And it's also, you've already got the product by that time. So yeah, definitely a way of thinking. A marketing strategy determines how to reach prospective customers and turn them into buyers. This is a little bit better, but it's still rather incomplete. It contains the company's value proposition, key brand messaging, data on target customers, demographics, and other high-level elements. Well, again, this is more sales-ish than it is marketing. Yeah, sales is only one part of a marketing strategy. As a marketing manager, sales was only about 5 to 10% of my time that I spent with them. There's a lot more to it than just sales. So a better sales strategy would contain something like who, the customer demographics, what, the product and price, when, the time frame is going to be delivered, where, the sales point, and why, the customer need and problem that's being solved. Marketing needs to supply the stuff that's inside the parentheses down here. A company-wide marketing strategy is not easy, or every company would do it and they would be successful with it. In the startup days of most successful small companies, everyone across the board is exposed to customers. That includes the executives, the managers, designers, engineers, sales, accounting, receptionist. Everybody inside that company meets with customers. They absorb the customer's feelings. They hear the customer speaking. They understand the customer's problem. Everybody in that company is on the same page. So they develop a deep understanding of their customer, but unfortunately that ad hoc strategy does not size up very well. So as a company grows, what happens is fewer and fewer people meet with the actual customers, and then they attempt to departmentalize marketing into a department for convenience sake, and then that department is often ignored. Older companies that are oftentimes in trouble, they will start to push their higher ups and managers and whatever to go out and talk to customers in person, trying to revitalize those old days. But yeah, that's again, yeah, it's something that needs to go across the company, not just at the higher levels. Okay, so that is the end of part 2. On to marketing part 3.